Imagine this. Just after midnight, an alarm goes off inside the most secure vault in Britain. A monitoring officer sees the alert on his screen, but he thinks it's Good Friday. The building is closed, and he ignores the alarm. What he doesn't know is that at that exact moment, 60 feet below ground, a 76-year-old man is drilling through a concrete wall. And within a few days, he is about to pull off the biggest burglary in English history. That man's name is Brian Reader. In the criminal underworld, people called him the Master. He had spent his entire life studying vaults, locks, and security systems. In 2015, his attention turned to London's famous Hatton Garden safe deposit vault. The place was considered so secure that people stored millions of pounds worth of diamonds, gold, and cash inside. But Reader discovered a weakness that nobody else had noticed. The vault door was virtually impenetrable, but the wall behind it wasn't. Reader assembled his crew, and here's the surprising part.
The average age of the team was 66 years old. Some members were even in their 70s. On Easter weekend, they entered the building. They climbed down an old elevator shaft and started drilling through reinforced concrete using a massive industrial drill. After hours of work, the alarm went off again. Everyone froze. They thought the police would arrive at any moment, but no one came. The second alarm was ignored as well. Eventually, they broke through the wall, but there was one problem. A massive steel cabinet was blocking the opening. After all that effort, they were forced to leave empty-handed, and that's when the biggest twist in the story happened. 76-year-old Brian Reader got nervous. He believed the risk had become too great, so he went home and never returned. But the rest of the gang refused to quit. 2 days later, they came back with more powerful equipment. This time, they moved the cabinet and finally entered the vault. They broke open 73 safe deposit boxes.
Diamonds, gold, cash, precious jewelry. Everything was stuffed into bags. By the time they left, they had stolen property worth nearly 14 million pounds. They thought they had won. But the real enemy wasn't the vault. The real enemy was the 21st century. Cameras across London had recorded their vehicles. Their mobile phones had been constantly transmitting location data. Police combined CCTV footage, license plate records, and cell phone tracking data, and within weeks, the entire gang was arrested. Brian Reader had beaten steel. He had beaten concrete. He had even beaten the alarm system, but he couldn't beat a small camera mounted on a street pole or a mobile phone tower silently tracking his movements. And that's how the biggest burglary in British history came to an end. They outsmarted the vault, but they couldn't outsmart technology.